Arkham is on fire. Violence and madness has taken over the city. The civilian has been evacuated and the police are getting chased down. Only a man named Bruce Wayne can put a stop to all of this. Prepare yourself to deliver justice with a lot of pain. I'm Louis, and this is Batman: Arkham Knight. Arkham City, a piece of Gotham, has been taken by the famous villains and their respective army. This city is filled with vicious thugs and the crime has installed itself permanently. Scarecrow, the Penguin, the new Arkham Knight and much more are here to make people suffer. Police are overwhelmed, plans are being deployed, and destruction is sure to come. As Bruce Wayne, the Batman, it is your responsibility to bring back order. Of course, the path will be long and the night will be difficult to survive. You are fortunately not alone, and once Bruce has put on the suit, it is your duty to give everything and save the city.
Safe houses for the attack! The Knight's going to pay him for his services! That's it! That's all I know! Please, God, stop! Stop!
The gameplay is repetitive, but fun nonetheless. Fighting is very simple and works the same as previous installment. Counters are essential and crowd control will help you survive. You can throw back weapons at your enemies, disarm them and use special abilities to take down multiple foes at a time. You also are now able to do team combos with your teammates. They are efficient and looks awesome. A bit deceiving, however, is the fact that straight-on combat is as effective as sneaking up the enemies. It feels more like Batman is a powerful brawler than a true menacing creature from the darkness. You won't be playing a lot with all the teammates of Batman. It's not a problem, but sometimes I would like to enjoy giving some justice with Nightwing. Gliding around is much more easier and quick as you power yourself down to gain velocity and use the Batclaw to boost you up. You also have various sections of the game to use detective sense of the tools. They are well designed and really use what the Batman is capable of. A lot of gadget is also at your disposal, though a better introduction would be appreciated, as I found myself using only a few until specific moments. The Hud is minimalistic to give more immersion to the game. It's a perfect sense and is well applied to help the player immerse itself. Annoyingly is that the constant level up indicator. I know, I just don't have enough points yet. The main quests offer much of the fun and dialogue, as the other side quests are somewhat light but gives you a lot to do. Radio chat also gives the game a good sense of lore and information that is appreciable and helps the player know some objective location. A big addition is the presence of the Batmobile. That's right, the reactor fuel tank is not only gorgeous, but extremely efficient. It can both be in road mode or battle mode. Road removes most of the weapon, but allows you to travel efficiently and chase down vehicles. Battle mode gives you enough firepower to bring down anything. You also have various objectives related directly to the car, boosting up generators, disarming bombs, chasing down intel and cargo. There is simply a lot to do. Be warned that there is a steep learning curve before mastering the vehicle. Some challenges can be frustrating. Fighting with the vehicle is easy and natural. I have to admit that some tanks drone section just felt cheap. After destroying 20 of them, I don't think the 21st will do any difference. It feels like dragging time. Rocksteady could have been using a bit more originality. When you really get the hang of it, you can really appreciate all of the Batmobile power and feel. It's a big but nice chunk of content added to the series. As you can tell by now, Arkham Knight represents itself very nicely. Just the Batsuit is enough to feast your eyes as the cap moves with the waves of the air and the raindrops run smoothly down the armor. Enemies could have used a bit more polygons and it feels like they were brought back from the 7th generation. However, they are well animated even if they feel all the same. I have to say that some ragdoll looks really weird and I have some few bugs, including the rain getting inside buildings. Arkham is in chaos, and through all the destruction, it looks beautiful. The city is rich with light, architecture, and weather effects. Everything is very well detailed. Whenever you are high in the sky or driving through the street, it's simply a sight to behold. It really feels alive, even if most of it have been evacuated. It's nice feel that you really sense that it is a very legitimate city. Streets are filled with debris, abandoned cars, vigilantes, and all small objects that you can interact with while the Batmobile fires itself through. The prison city is big enough to feel both wide while not being overextended. It's the perfect middle of a sandbox, and with all the tools at your disposal to roam around, it makes the travel much more enjoyable. Everything running very smoothly and without hiccups. The music is not very original, nor enjoyable, but they keep in the movies and previous game notes, making perfect sense in harmony with the setting. Voice acting is excellent. It doesn't want itself too dark while giving all the important character deep personality. Bruce is serious, Lucius is cynical, Arkham Knight is righteous, and Alfred is, well, he's British.
And you're considering him as your successor?
I'm also very happy to say that without giving much of a spoiler, the Joker is very present and Mark Hamill absolutely nails the character. I will always wait a bit and made sure to hear all of his dialogue as they are very pleasing to hear.
See to the main event. You would have thought old Jim Gordon had been through enough. First, some handsome young maniac cripples his daughter. Now he's blaming himself for her being taken. You really should tell him this is your fault, Bats. I'm sure he'll understand. I mean, it's not like you went out and got his daughter killed. Well, not yet anyway. The night's still young.
The game offers a lot of gameplay content. Even if most of them are the same, the main story and its side quests are fun to do and will give you at least a dozen hours of gameplay. Add to that the Riddler's Trophy, the Fireman Rescue, the Intel Chasing, and the challenges, you can easily triple the time. There is still no multiplayer, but the leaderboards are present to compare your stats with your friends. A bit no-no for me is the Season Pass. At a whopping $40, it makes me cringe a lot, as it's almost buying a full game without knowing the next content. Batman is powerful, but greedy. However, there are some free add-ons, so make sure to get those. If Arkham Knight really is the last game of the series, then it's very well placed to be the last chapter. I deem it an 8.7 out of 10. A bit too much repetitive gameplay, some annoying mechanics, and the ridiculous price DLC is giving me a bad taste in the mouth. But even if you are not a Batman fan, this game deserves a place on your shelf. Put the latest Batsuit, board the Batmobile, and inspire true fear in Arkham's villains. Wayne is ready, and so should you.
Commissioner's little girl.
I'll break every bone in your body, Cobblepot.